Ever seen those pictures? You know, the ones people in their 90s, even 100s, just full of life, and thought, how do they do it?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, today we're going straight to the source. Okinawa, Japan.
Right to it.
Home of what feels like more centenarians than anywhere else.
It's pretty remarkable.
To dig into their secret, it's called Ikigai.
Ah, Ikigai.
But we're going deeper than just like a surface level definition, okay?
Yeah.
We read the book, Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life. Got all the research, the stories, the works.
Oh, wow. So you really
We're diving into all that.
went all in. Absolutely. Had to.
I like it.
Because it's more than just a trendy word, right?
Oh, for sure. Ikigai. It's ingrained in their culture. It's like the reason Okinawans get out of bed. Their why, you know, gives their life meaning, the whole deal.
Not just a reason, but the reason. Their driving force. Everything comes back to it.
Exactly.
And one of the most interesting things the book pointed out was how different their view of retirement is.
Oh, yeah. Big time. It's not like, hit this age, you're done.
No, not at all. Not the way we think of it here. They don't just disappear from everything. You know?
No, they're still part of it all.
The book really emphasized that, how they're woven into the community. Their purpose is in everyday stuff, staying connected.
So it's not tied to some job they retire from. It's just how they live.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of being connected, they've got these moais. Yeah, built-in support systems. Think of it like that.
So like lifelong friends who always have your back.
More than that even, I'd say. It's a group committed to each other for life. Practical stuff, emotional stuff, the whole package. Shared interests, celebrating together, even money if someone's hit a rough patch. There was this story in the book, one moai. They all rallied around a guy who lost his home in a fire. It's amazing.
Wow.
Shows how these groups act like a safety net, you know. Less stress, belonging, all that good stuff.
That's incredible. Makes you realize how, I don't know, lonely it can be here. Everyone's on their own.
Yeah. It's a different world.
But there's more to it than just community, right? The book also talked about flow state.
Yes, flow state. That feeling where you're so absorbed in something, time just vanishes.
Oh, yeah.
You're in the zone, completely energized even. You ever get that with a project maybe?
All the time, especially editing. Hours are gone, feels like minutes. It really is like a different state of being, you know?
That's it, the essence of it. And what's interesting, experiencing that regularly, it's linked to happiness, well-being, all that. The book suggests finding things that get you to that flow. That's key for Ikigai.
So it's about finding the things that make you feel, what, alive, present, like you said, energized, where you get lost in it. It's like those incredible artisans you see in documentaries, dedicating their lives to, I don't know, pottery, woodworking, like Jiro with the sushi.
Yes, exactly. It's like this fire in them when they work, total dedication. That's Ikigai embodied right there. Finding fulfillment by pursuing something so precisely with a purpose.
Yeah.
But, and here's the thing, it doesn't have to be sushi or anything that big. The book really stressed Ikigai. It can be in simple things. As long as it brings joy, that sense of purpose, you're golden.
So it's not so much about the what, it's more the how. The way you live, finding meaning in those daily things.
You got it.
Which makes you wonder, what does a typical day even look like in Okinawa, especially in a place like Obimi, the village of longevity?
Well, think of it this way. Life there, it's on a different schedule entirely. Air's cleaner, smiles are bigger, and you can practically feel the sense of community. It's not about rushing from one thing to the next, not an Okimi. It's about slowing down, actually enjoying the moment, talking to your neighbors, living a life that's active and engaged, you know.
So you're really stepping into a whole different pace of life.
That's it, yeah.
And the elders are out and about, not like hidden away.
Oh, no, not at all. They're right in the thick of it, part of everything. Imagine this, elders out in their gardens, telling stories to kids, maybe even some traditional dancing in the village square.
Sounds idyllic, but life's not perfect anywhere. How do they handle the tough stuff? The stress, the setbacks, you know, all those curveballs.
That's where the Okinawan spirit really shines through, resilience. They've got this saying, Nana Kurobi ya Oki means fall 7 times, get up 8.
I like that.
It's about never giving up. Doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down, you get back up.
It's a powerful idea.
It is.
But there's got to be more to it than willpower, right? Like what helps them build that strength?
The book talks about their spirituality, which is interesting. It's kind of a mix of things. Ancestor worship, respecting nature, animism, all of that.
So not just one religion, but a more, I don't know, a broader sense of it all.
Exactly, yeah. And being connected to something bigger, that seems to bring peace, acceptance, even when things are rough, like taking a minute every day just to be present in nature, feeling the sun, the wind, grounding yourself. That really resonates with the Okinawan way.
Finding that peace in the middle of everything.
Yes, exactly.
It makes me think about how they celebrate things. The book mentioned a birthday party for...
Oh yeah, the 99-year-old man in Ogimi. It's amazing. Whole village came alive, music, dancing, laughter. It was more than a birthday. It was celebrating life itself. They really honor their elders, cherish each moment.
You can just feel the energy in that story. It makes our parties look a little, I don't know, tame maybe. And speaking of celebrating life, we got to talk about the food.
Of course, the Okinawan diet, right? It's gotten so much attention, and for good reason. It's not about crazy rules or anything. It's just fresh food, good ingredients, being mindful.
Like harahachibu, eating till you're 80% full. That seems to be huge for them. But is there any science behind it?
Actually, yeah. More and more research is coming out about calorie restriction, mindful eating, all that. Studies are linking it to better insulin, less inflammation, even living longer in some cases. So, harahachibu, as simple as it sounds, it might be a game changer.
Makes you think, what if we all paid more attention, enjoyed each bite, stopped when we're satisfied? Simple change, but could make a big difference. What about all the superfoods you hear about? They have those.
Oh, definitely. The book highlighted a few. Shikawasa, for example. It's a citrus fruit, but get this, up to 40 times the antioxidants of an orange.
40 times. All right, that's going on the shopping list. Anything else we need to be eating?
Well, sanpincha is big too. Jasmine green tea, basically. Tastes good. Tons of antioxidants, linked to lower cholesterol, even better brain function. It's pretty amazing.
So it's like delicious and good for you. Win-win. Yeah. But it's not all about the food. They also emphasize staying active.
Exactly. But don't think gyms or anything intense. For them, it's about moving naturally every day. Walking.
Radio Taiso. What's that?
Okay, picture this. Every morning, all over Japan, people turn on the radio. And they do stretches, light exercises, all in sync with the broadcast.
Wow.
Starts the day with movement, but also it's this shared experience. Coming together, taking care of themselves.
It's like a connection through movement.
Yeah, you could say that.
It all ties back into that holistic approach, doesn't it? It's not just one thing. It's the food, the movement, the community, their spirituality. All of it matters.
Exactly. It all works together. And that brings us to another fascinating part of the Okinawan worldview. Wabi-sabi.
I've heard that, but remind me, it's about finding beauty in imperfection, right?
I got it. It's a Japanese philosophy, almost like an aesthetic, that finds beauty in things being impermanent, imperfect, incomplete, like appreciating the cracks in a teacup, the way light hits a weathered stone, that natural cycle of things.
It's a beautiful concept. I like that. But how does it actually show up in their lives?
Well, think about how we are here. Always striving for perfection, the perfect body, the perfect job, the perfect life. It's so much pressure.
Oh, tell me about it.
Wabi-sabi, it's about letting go of all that, appreciating the beauty in this moment, flaws and all.
So not chasing some ideal, but just being okay with who you are as you are.
Exactly. Finding peace in the present moment, not some future that doesn't even exist yet. And that connects to another great concept, Ichigo Ichi.
Okay, now you're just using big words. What's Ichigo Ichi?
It means one time, one meeting.
Yeah.
Basically a reminder that this moment right here, it's fleeting, it's precious, and it encourages us to really be present in every interaction. Treat it like it could be the only time you have this exact experience.
Makes you realize you'll never have this conversation again, you know? Makes you want to pay attention.
Absolutely, yeah. Ichigo Ichi, it's about being present, really appreciating how unique each moment is, how fleeting. It's like permission to slow down, savor things, find joy in the everyday stuff.
Finding joy in the everyday, I love that. We could all use a little more of that. But how do we actually do it? How do we take these ideas, wabi-sabi, Ichigo Ichi, resilience, all of it, and make them real in our lives? It's one thing to admire the Okinawans. It's another to actually live like them, you know?
Right, you can't just, I don't know, snap your fingers and become Okinawan.
Oh, exactly.
There's no one-size-fits-all answer, no magic bullet for Ikigai. But the book does give us some good guidance, things to think about as we figure this out for ourselves.
So it's a journey then, not a destination.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not something you find overnight, it unfolds. The book really emphasized being open, trying new things, stepping outside that comfort zone a bit, and paying attention to what lights you up. What are those things that make you feel truly alive, you know, energized, engaged, all of that?
Those moments where you lose track of time, you're so into it, nothing else seems to matter.
Yes, exactly that. And don't write those off as silly or anything. Ikigai doesn't have to be some big, important thing. It could be gardening, painting, volunteering, even just having a really good conversation with someone you care about.
It's about what brings you joy, that sense of purpose, feeling fulfilled no matter how big or small it seems.
Exactly.
And maybe the most important thing is remembering that it can change. What lights you up today might be different in 10 years, and that's okay.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of it. It's not fixed. It grows with you. It's self-discovery.
It's like that quote we talked about, our Ikigai is hidden deep inside each of us, and finding it requires a patient search. So no pressure to have it all figured out right now. Just be curious, have fun with it, be open to whatever you discover.
I like that. And hey, you don't have to do it alone either. Find those moai moments, the connections that make life richer, you know?
Being surrounded by people who get you, who support you, encourage you to be yourself, that makes a difference. So as we wrap up this deep dive on Ikigai, take a minute to reflect. What brings you joy? What gives you that sense of purpose? What makes you feel truly alive? The answers just might lead you right to your own Ikigai. Thanks for joining us.